top of that, another cool announcement is the Justin.tv Invitational is in pretty much exactly a month from now. And the qualifiers are every Thursday up until then, and they have an awesome stream themselves. We might be casting some of those games as well, so stay tuned for that. Tip-top players competing in that, of course, so we're super excited about that, and making friends with guys like Gosu Crew who are running that invitational. So thank you very much for that. So here we go into game number 2 here of what will be a best of 5. We have Whoopassjoe spawning at the bottom right of Shakur's Plateau. This was Whoopassjoe's map choice, as he did lose that first game. And his opponent, we have Mr. Heyzeus spawning at the bottom left of Shakur's Plateau here. And I have a feeling that we're going to see Roach and Hydra out of Whoopass.
No, that's indicated by his when he did GLHF, he did not put a space between the GL and the HF, which does indicate quite strongly that he'll be going Roach Hydra in the mid game.
Indicative indeed. That is some meta game shit right there. Is it? I don't even know. No, it's really not. I don't even know if that would make any sense at all, even as a joke. It's very, very meta gamey there. But I'd actually really like to see Heyzeus go for those quick immortals again and bust down these back rocks and just straight up attack them through these back rocks.
That's really dangerous, because you leave yourself wide open to Zergling run-bys if it fails.
Well, what I'm thinking is,
rocks and attack in, and that doesn't work, you're screwed.
Yeah, but my thinking is that in Bronze Silver Division, people have not played that many games, perhaps, or have not seen that many different situations, and doing something slightly unorthodox could throw someone totally off.
It's called being gimmicky.
Yeah, it's a little bit gimmicky, but I have no issues with gimmickiness as long as it's not done constantly.
I do, because you don't want to rely. To me, gimmicks are even worse than cheese, because cheese relies, like, it works if it doesn't get scouted.
Yeah.
But if it does get scouted, then it doesn't work. So as long as you're not all in, you're like, all right, well, let's stop cheesing. But gimmicks are the worst, because they're like, because to me a gimmick is something that's like, it relies on your opponent not expecting it.
Right.
Not it getting scouted, but him not expecting. Like, he could scout it, and or not. But if he doesn't expect it, then like, for instance, if somebody does like a battle cruiser rush, that could work. But it would only work if somebody is completely not expecting it. So
yeah.
It is cheese also, but to me gimmick is worse than cheese, because it's like cheese that not only can it not be scouted. Yeah, I think that's what it really is. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. It's cheese because it also can't be scouted, but it adds another thing where it's like, not only can it not be scouted, but also they have to not be expecting it.
Yeah, at the same time though, and it started off with a conversation about breaking down these back rocks, but doing stuff like that in tournaments, like, again, I don't think anyone should rely on gimmicky strategies or behavior as their regular play style, but I do think that cheese and gimmickiness in a tournament style could, yeah, he's forgetting, could pay off. I mean, it throws your opponent off kilter a little bit, makes them unsure. Like, they can't just blind counter you. Like, I like the fact that Heyzeus knows more than one build. I like the fact that Whoopassjoe can't just say, well, I'm going to blind counter 2-gate Robo. I like that.
They're solid non-cheese builds.
No, yeah, I agree.
It's different to say you can't blind counter 2-gate Robo than it is to say you can't blind counter, mass carrier rush, because duh, nobody's gonna blind counter mass carrier rush.
Right, but and again, I think like, let's say you're laddering or you're training. No, I don't think gimmickiness is a good idea, but I do think in a tournament setting that it has value as a strategy, especially when you're up a game. But either way,
I could agree with doing some kind of cheese, like trying to get a pylon in his opponent's base or something small.
But not so committed. Oh, it looks like he's actually going to take my advice here.
I really don't agree with this, because look, Whoopassjoe is going to be seeing it, and once these rocks are down, really, if I was Whoopassjoe, honestly, I'd throw down a couple of spine crawlers here and kill these back rocks.
Yeah. If anyone's watched that video I posted on ASCWeekly.com of Destiny with the back rocks, if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. It's pretty cool. Um, but either way, he is going to be working on these back rocks, and these Zerglings are pretty much the only defense out right now. Is his Roach Warren done anywhere? I don't see it. I do not see a Roach Warren out, so he's going to have a purely a Zergling defense against us. And he does have a lot of Zerglings, but he's sending a ton of Zealots here. Rocks are going to be going down very shortly, and again, Whoopassjoe I think is just going to be uncomfortable with this. He's just not going to be comfortable at all. But again, if this fails, then Heyzeus is going to be in a pretty terrible position.
I would have to agree. Definitely, if this fails, Heyzeus is going to be in a terrible, terrible position. I think I'm surprised I haven't seen a couple spine crawlers go down. He's got the money for it. He should toss down 2 or 3 spine crawlers here to defend this. And then if he can defend it successfully, he can do a Zergling run by and kill everything.
Oh wow, he's actually trying to drop pylons on. Oh, and actually, that almost baited the Zerglings out of position.
At the top of the ramp.
Oh no, no surround there. There we go, pushing up, getting the surround. This is
better,
bad for Whoopassjoe. Very, very bad.
There's not enough lings here to deal with this.
Oh, this is going to be a GG out of Whoopassjoe any second
Heyzeus
here.
is going to come in and take... Oh no, his Zealots aren't... There they go. Zealots were stuck a little bit, bugging out a little bit. Lings have come in, and Heyzeus is sending in reinforcements. More Zealots coming in. Heyzeus this is still pretty close. I think Whoopassjoe is going to clean this up, but just barely. He does have more lings here. He did have to build a lot of Zerglings, and he lost most of them. That was not good for either of them.
Warped in Zealots getting reinforced here. A lot of Zerglings coming out. Basically, let's look at the economies. Oh, it's 20 to 19. So basically, with its attack, Heyzeus has evened out the economies. Neither player having enough to saturate their main base anyway, so having that expansion isn't helping out too much, except for being able to produce more for the Zerg. So he is going to run out and try and get this pylon. Let's see if he can. He's not going to be able to with 4 more Zealots on the way. And really, Heyzeus needs to get some more production down. I don't think he's tossed down any more gateways. He has the money.
If you're producing pure Zealot, you can actually afford 5 gateways.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, but with a Mutalisk out now, I did not even see that Spire. Heyzeus is going to be in a fine position as these Stalkers come out.
This is weird. Both players are kind of executing this really, really weirdly, in ways that are like Heyzeus is now trying to come back from his failed 4-gate, but Whoopassjoe is also, it kind of also wasn't the failed 4-gate because Whoopassjoe didn't build any spine crawlers, and he really should have. I'm really surprised he didn't build any static defenses. He saw this coming. He had an Overlord down here, and he saw it coming right away. I don't know why he didn't respond better.
He's attacking the lair right now. He definitely wants to. If he, I don't know if I agree with this. I mean, if he could kill that queen, kill a few more drones, it'll put him up a lot more head, and it would be certified damage. Whereas, yeah, you're gonna get this lair to, 500 hit points or whatever, but it's not less any. Yeah, it's not any less productive at 500 hit points than at 2,000. So.
Oh, a nice interception there. Gonna keep these Zealots coming in and finishing that off. Really nice little surround there, keeping the Zealots from target firing that lair. And even though Zerglings weren't in an ideal position, I think that's what he was trying to do, is just make sure that lair didn't finish. These Mutalisks are going to come out and probably going to be able to take out this pylon. Heyzeus did just warp in another round of units, so we probably can't grab any more Stalkers. There's one coming out now, somewhere. There's one back at his base that he's not doing anything with. Finally throwing down another gateway. Looks like he's getting ready to... Oh no, he's just gonna have to frantically warp in units because now there's a Ling run by.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Zelton was talking about in regards to, and trying to warp in some sentries, but.
Yeah, and this is why I think taking down those back rocks was a bad idea. It's he's not thinking. He wasn't thinking far enough ahead. Those back rocks came down. He was very, very, very susceptible to a counterattack. And honestly, honestly, that was also because the only reason it did as much damage as it did is because Whoopassjoe actually didn't handle it very well. If he had, Whoopassjoe definitely could have handled that better. It was definitely a sloppy foregate, but Whoopassjoe could have even handled that better, and that was really strange. He kind of just threw away any potential lead that he had there.
Yeah, I think he committed a little bit too much to that attack and was throwing away like a couple of zealots at a time and stuff. So, yeah, that could have been executed a little bit better, but that's fine. We're going to be going into game number 3 here in a second.